Citelli's abscess is a rare but clinically significant manifestation of intracranial complications stemming from chronic otitis media or mastoiditis. It specifically refers to an extracranial abscess that forms in the neck, typically tracking through the digastric muscle insertion site or the mastoid emissary vein foramina. When a patient presents with persistent otorrhea, deep neck pain, and a localized mass below the mastoid process, physicians must maintain a high index of suspicion. Prompt identification is critical because the infection is not merely localized to the middle ear but has breached the bony confines of the temporal bone. Failing to recognize this pathway can lead to delayed diagnosis and subsequent worsening of the patient's condition, potentially allowing the infection to extend further into the mediastinum or other vital structures within the neck. The surgical management of Citelli's abscess requires a two-pronged approach, focusing on both the primary source of infection and the associated neck collection. The fundamental goal is to perform a radical mastoidectomy to eradicate all necrotic tissue, cholesteatoma, or granulation tissue within the mastoid cavity. Once the mastoid source is thoroughly cleaned, the surgeon must address the neck abscess, which is often drained through a separate cervical incision if the collection is substantial or not adequately reachable via the mastoidectomy site. This meticulous approach ensures that the infection does not recur and that the pathway of extension is effectively neutralized. Proper debridement is essential for wound healing, as persistent residual infection will lead to chronic complications or systemic sepsis. Postoperative care is a cornerstone of successfully treating Citelli's abscess and preventing long-term sequelae. Immediately following surgical drainage, patients require aggressive, culture-directed intravenous antibiotic therapy to combat the polymicrobial nature of chronic ear infections. The duration of therapy depends on the clinical response, severity of the infection, and whether there was any evidence of bone involvement like osteomyelitis. Close monitoring is essential to ensure that the drainage wounds are healing appropriately and that there are no signs of secondary complications, such as venous sinus thrombosis or intracranial pressure changes. Nurses and clinicians must perform frequent assessments of the surgical sites, checking for signs of persistent inflammation, erythema, or reaccumulation of purulent material.